Start to finish, 3-1 in the ACC now. How do you guys felt you responded today, coming off the Duke loss?
We played really good on offense. We got to play better on defense and just keep getting better every game. We'll move on. This is a great win for us. We got to keep on moving on to the next game.
What was the main issue defensively tonight? Was it just Devin being a handful inside and then having to double down and just not closing out on shooters?
No, we just have to guard better. We have to guard the ball, guard off the ball, and there was shooters outside. Some of them was my fault, so we just got to keep on getting better every day. We got to work on that.
You were draining three-pointers in pregame warm-ups, so it kind of looked like you were on point tonight, and you got off to a hot start tonight. That's probably on team scouting reports now after the UVA game and up till today. Where was that earlier in the season? Why is it just coming out now?
I mean, I didn't feel like I had to do that early in the season. I was just getting to the basket, and it was effective. So I was shooting good percentages, so I just kept on going to the basket. And Coach told me, he pulled me to the side, told me that I need to show that I could shoot my three-pointers now. So I've been working on the extra and just shooting and not being afraid to let it fly during the game.
All right, thanks, man.
That's a big. It's tough to make that next step.
It is tough, but it's a part of it. So I mean, we just gotta go there and just play our A game.
Who guards Adam Smith on Saturday?
I don't even know. I don't know. Good question.
Motions, I guess, got a few technical fouls.
Normally your game is mostly three-point oriented, and you hit a lot of threes tonight, but it seemed like you were more varied offensively. Is that something, is that really the next step for you as far as being an offensive player, is getting a little more variety in how you score?
Yeah, I think so. Just being assertive on how I can score. I kind of been like in a box, shooting threes, but opening up the game, just getting it open in transition and get to the rim. That just helps a lot for my team. Keep it going.
What was the issue defensively tonight?
Defense, they just got to the room easily, open shots. We were over helping, and I mean, credit to them, they did a good job getting to the rim. And
I think everything.
we're gonna hear it tonight and tomorrow, but just gotta learn from it.
How frustrating was it to get that foul called on you on that last three-point shot there when he just basically leaned into you?
Right, that was real frustrating, but I mean, I shouldn't have jumped, so it was, I guess it was my fault. They called the foul, so man, that was just a terrible feeling.
Did it seem like they were a little more? They called a little bit of a tighter game after that double technical. Yeah.
After we heard, double technical, that was an opportunity for us to get to the rim. We knew that they were going to call easy calls, so we had to get to the rim and make them call a foul and just finish.
All right, thanks, Justin. Most playing time you've got, really. I mean, you played a lot this year, but you were in the game basically from start to finish. Had a career high. You seemed more aggressive tonight. Was that part of the game plan going in, or was it just how it worked out for you?
I mean, this is how it worked out. My teammates made everything possible for me, and my bigs were having great seals. And Zach and Bibbs had a great night. All my teammates had a good night, so they couldn't really focus in on me, and it just opened everything up for me. Bibbs was hitting from the outside. Zach was taking to the hole. Carey had some. Everybody was just contributing, so it was a good team win.
Free throws are huge for you guys. I don't have the stats on me right now, but where do you guys go from here at 3-1? I know everybody was kind of probably tough after the West Virginia loss, but now you're 3-1. Where's the team's mindset right now?
We're just trying to continue to get better and be the toughest team whenever we come out on the court, and we think God has a plan that if you're the toughest team that you have a good chance of winning the game. Even if it doesn't go that way, you win in spirit.
If you think about it, this team won 2 regular season ACC games all of last year. They've already won 3 this year. Well, what's been the biggest key to that improvement in your mind?
I mean, as Coach Buzz says, if we compare ourselves to last year, then our run's over. So we don't know what God has in store for us, and we can't really compare ourselves to last year. We just got to keep building, getting stronger, and continue to see what God has paid for us.
Thanks, Justin. Appreciate it.
One, getting to the line, and then 2, actually cashing in.
Yeah, I thought it was huge. That would be a portion of the story you should write. 29 free throw makes, that's really important.
What else should be in that story?
I think we're very fortunate to win. That's not coach speak. We could not guard them in the second half. I think the first time out they had scored every single possession. They just kept us in rotation. We couldn't guard the ball. 6 guys in double figures. It's hard to beat a team that shoots it as well as they did. I understand that we shot it, but you would think that if you shot 50% from the field and 45% from the three and 83% from the three-point line, from the free throw line, 29 free throw makes and 6 turnovers, you would not think that it would have been a one-possession game if you only knew those numbers. And so we're thankful that we won. I get all of that, but I don't want our guys to be deceived that if we try to turn it into a scoring contest, we'll lose. Wake Forest has better talent, more talent, and you could probably say that across the board the rest of the way. Not that you couldn't have said that before. And so I thought offensively we were much truer to who we have been in our 2 previous home games. But defensively, not very good. Not very good. Not trying to be negative Nelly. If we're going to have a chance to be relative, we'll have to improve dramatically defensively.
All that said, are you happy to be 3-1?
Of course. Yeah, I don't think when you're 11-6 that you don't want to win. I don't mean that condescending. I don't know what's in store. We may not win another one, but I know that if we're going to have a chance to win another one, we will have to be a lot better defensively. Forcing them into 16 turnovers with the offensive numbers they had and the offensive numbers we had, that's the possession, you know? And I don't think that our style of play necessarily is going to manufacture that number of turnovers consistently. I think we've got to be able to keep the ball out of the box and stay out of rotation. We changed our ball screen coverage there down the stretch, and that was a big change because it at least allowed us to stay between the ball and the basket and contest the shot. But man,
Well, now of course you have to go on the road for these next two games. Do you feel like this year's team, this team is capable of now going on the road and winning an ACC game?
I don't know. Obviously, we haven't proven that yet. And how we played at Duke, if that's the only evidence we would have, you would say we're not. But I do think that at some point that's the next step that we have to take. I'm thankful that we're doing a much better job at home. But again, when you lose as many games as we have lost, that probably means you're not winning much at home or on the road. And so you need to chip away in both categories. And so we've held serve at home. Who do we play after Georgia Tech?
At Notre Dame next Wednesday.
I honestly never even look at all that. So we'll have our hands full at Georgia Tech.
Now here you are 3-1 in the ACC. You guys only won 2 ACC regular season games last year. You kind of feel like, okay, we've already, obviously you've outdone yourself from last year. Do you kind of feel like you have this team has taken a step now, and this, I've got a better team than I had last year, and this is kind of going according to plan here in year 2, or?
Yeah, maybe I'll answer it better at the end. I think I mean this politely, I just think when you're caught up and consumed with all that we're doing, Bourbon, it's just so hard to kind of remove it and go, oh, last year you went 11-22 and you got beat a lot. And then, okay, let's stop on January the 13th. My deal says the 14th.
Yeah.
So I don't process things that way. I think our guys know that we're 3-1. I think they're excited, but I also know that we have 6 home games left and 8 games on the road. And on paper, I don't know that you can look at a team and go, yeah, Virginia Tech will win that one. If you look at the line, the next 14 games, the opponent will have the line. It won't be us.